What's up, traders? So 25% of the S&P 500 reports earnings in the next 48 hours. And the Fed decides rates in the same afternoon. GDP and PCE drop Thursday morning, and Wall Street is calling this the most dangerous week of 2026. This week could literally be make or break for your accounts. But before you panic, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the data and place a potential trade within the Mumu platform, taking advantage of all the increased implied volatility. Now, if you're new to the channel, my name is Rashad. I'm a full-time options trader, and I bring in the bulk of my income via the stock market. But before we begin, if you could do me a huge favor, smash the like button. And do remember, this is not financial advice, nor is it a recommendation to buy, sell, or hold any equities or options contracts. All trading comes with risk, and results may vary. Of course, first things first, a word from God that has to do with money, wealth building, or business. And today's word will come from Romans 13:8. And it says, let no debt remain outstanding except the continuing debt to love one another. And the easy to read version states, aim to live free from unnecessary obligations. All right. So being debt free is not something that's just talked about in the finance space. It's also biblical as well. Now, real quick, I have to shout out members of the Trader Freedom community. So first off, we have Predrag, who says T minus 4 days to perfection. And we can see he made $823 on this day. And he is one of our 0 DTE day traders. And so he has made money every single day this month. And then we have Daniel. He says months looking amazing. And we can see he's already printed $7,403 on his account. And that is a return of 21%. All right. So that is nuts. Shout out to you, Daniel. You're doing amazing. My guy Mario says great week. And we can see he's printed over $4,000 just in the past week, which was a return of 24% for him. And that is an extraordinary return. And then we have Ryan here, who's printed $7,600 in the last month. And he said a bit of this was some of my index funds recovering. And a chunk of this was the new SPX and RUT strategy, which I am loving. All right. So shout out to you, Ryan. And the SPX and RUT strategy that he's referring to is the strategy from the Bull Premium newsletter. You can get full access to this for just 49 bucks a month. Every single Friday, you get trades sent to your inbox from me that I will actually be entering into myself, but you'll get trades on SPX, trades on RUT, and 2 featured stocks every single week. All right, so limited time, 49 bucks a month. So take advantage of it. But if you would like trade from me every single day, then come join the Trader Freedom community. You'll get every single one of my trades Monday through Friday, a full course, a community of nearly 400 people all working towards the same goal, and you have access to ask me questions at any given time. All right, links to both are in the description below. But with that, let's get down to business. Now, the market slipped down a little bit today, and a lot of that was due to a report from OpenAI saying that they missed their own targets that they set for themselves. They missed on revenue, they missed on user growth, and so that spooked a lot of AI investors. Now, OpenAI is still a private company, and so there's not analyst expectations for what they should hit. These are solely goals that OpenAI set for themselves that they did not hit. But I don't believe this is anything to be worried about because OpenAI has been losing market share for quite some time. They're still the biggest in the game. However, Anthropic's Claude, Google's Gemini has been taking market share from them pretty consistently. And so today people panicked and sold a lot of their AI stocks. However, this doesn't really mean much for the AI trade specifically. This is no different than Tesla being one of the first electric car companies and then other car companies coming out with electric vehicles. Eventually, it was going to happen. People are still buying electric vehicles. It's just that Tesla now has a less of a market share than it did maybe 5 years ago. And that is likely what OpenAI is seeing, is they're just losing more and more market share because of more competitors. But what OpenAI is saying should be the least of anyone's worries. What we need to focus on is what happens on April 29th. And that is 4 of the 7 Mag 7 stocks are all reporting at the exact same time. Now, why this is significant is because collectively, all 4 of these companies, Alphabet, which owns Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and Meta, are said to spend $670 billion just this year, just coming from those 4 companies. Now, that's with the information that we already have based off of what they said their last earnings release. And during this earnings release, they may give somewhat of an update. Now, I believe if they go too far to either side, things could get bad. They can, one, say that they're going to spend less money on capital expenditures, which a lot of that is going towards AI, and then the market may think that AI is slowing down. And then on the other side, they could say that they're spending even more on capital expenditures, and then the market can react to that, feeling that they are adding way too many expenses, which is something we just saw a few months ago. And so really these 4 companies are going to be walking a tightrope by not sounding too bearish on their AI spin and not sounding too bullish on their AI spin. Really, the best case scenario here is that they come out tomorrow and they say, hey, nothing has changed. We're going to go to the exact same game plan that we told you before. The scary part is that we're going to get the information from all 4 of these companies pretty much at the exact same time. Now, normally Google and Meta have their earnings on separate days. And because they are direct competitors to each other, usually you can kind of get a hint of how one is doing from when you hear the other one report earlier. But in this case, we won't have that. And actually, the only Mag 7 stock that is reported thus far is Tesla. And Tesla is a different thing. Although they are included in the Mag 7, they don't quite make the type of money that the rest of the companies in the Mag 7 do. And I'm not meaning to offend any Tesla lovers. I know you're out there. I don't want you to beat me up. I love their products. I've owned 2 Teslas, and I've actually made more money off of Tesla stock than I have of any other stock in my trading career. But when it comes to simply just being a business, Tesla is nowhere near Google, Microsoft, Amazon, Meta, NVDA, any of them. Now, the reason you should be fearful of them being too far to either side, well, one, if they say that they're spending more money, that means you as an investor get less free cash flow. And every single investment is the present value of all future cash flow. And so it's no different than owning your own local mom and pop shop. The more cash flow you have in the business, the better. However, on the opposite side, if they say that they're going to spend less money, well, that will directly impact chip stocks. And here is the problem with that. US semiconductor stocks now account for over 14% of the entire market. And that is the most that it has ever accounted for. Even when we go back to the dot-com bubble around 2000, it was at about 8%. So chip stocks account for almost double what it accounted for back in 2000. And so if our large AI spenders draw back on their AI spend, that directly impacts 14% of the market immediately. And with chip stocks being at an all-time high, they are also trading at a 60 PE currently, which would be the most expensive that they've ever traded. And so with any bad news, chip stocks could really react very harshly to even the slightest of bad news. And then on top of that, we have Jim Cramer saying that the sellers of NVIDIA just disappeared. And, if you know, you know. Pretty much whenever he says the opposite usually occurs. All right. Not all the time, but he has a pretty bad track record. All right. So hopefully that is not the case. Now, another thing that the market is going to want to hear is when or how these companies are getting a return on this invested capital. Now, the great thing about these 4 companies is they all have ways that they can implement the AI spend right here, right now. So both Alphabet and Microsoft both have the cloud. And so they can bring in a ton of money from the cloud when it comes to AI. Now, Amazon specifically, I believe that they have the most to gain from AI and AI automation. So, of course, they have AWS, but also the changes that they are making inside of their physical warehouses with AI automation is going to save them extreme amounts of money. Now, unfortunately, obviously, people are going to be losing their jobs, which is very unfortunate. But over time, this will drastically increase Amazon's net income. Okay. And then Meta, they'll want to say something about businesses wanting to spend more money on ads due to the better results of their ad spend via the AI targeting. All right. And so I believe that all of these companies will be able to demonstrate something to that nature that the AI spend is starting to pay off. And I am still very, very bullish on the AI trade. And so let's look at a potential trade. But first, I have to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of this video, Moomoo. Now, beyond just being an amazing brokerage and one that has tools way better than most brokerages that I know, right now they have one of the most amazing sign up offers as well. When you open up an account using the link below in the description, not only can you get up to $1,000 of NVIDIA stock, but you can also get up to an 8.1% APY on your idle funds. And that is just crazy. But what was just added, they added in an additional $100 cash reward. When you open up an account using my link below in the description, you will not find this anywhere else. So make sure that you take advantage of this. But on top of all of that, their mobile platform is next level. Taking a look at their mobile app, so you can see here, you can see a lot of general information such as earnings and earnings calendars and earnings beats and economic calendars. However, what I like most is this investment theme. So if we click on investment themes, here they categorize stocks based on what they're impacted by. And so what I like most is this one that's called Nancy Pelosi Portfolio. Now, if you're not familiar, Nancy Pelosi is a US Congresswoman, and she seems to always select the right stocks right at the right time. And so Mumu conveniently put all the stocks that she is currently investing in right here on this list for you to see. And so if you just wanted to follow what Nancy Pelosi is doing, you could follow this investment theme in Mumu. But go ahead, check it out. The link is below in the description. You can get up to 60 free stocks, and you can only get that with this link. So go ahead and click it and you can thank me later. Now, I love utilizing and trading SOXL, which is the triple leverage ETF to the chip sector. And again, like I said, I am very bullish on the AI trade and still think that it has plenty of room to run. And so I love to take advantage of huge red days like this. All right. It went down 11%, all because of the OpenAI scare, which again, I believe is meaningless. And so if we come over here to the options chain, now, if we look at the implied volatility, we can see that it's 139% right here, right now. Now, SOXL always has higher implied volatility, but we can see even their historical implied volatility is 120%. And then secondly, if we look here at the IB percentile, we can see that it's at 98%. And so that is saying that right here, right now, the premiums are higher than they have been 98% of the previous year. Okay. And a lot of that is due to the upcoming earnings for all of the big AI spenders. And so I want to go ahead and take advantage of all of that. And so if we come down here, normally I'll go within 45 days. Let's say we're looking for some like bi-weekly income here. And so maybe I come out to this date that's 17 days out from now. So if we go ahead and click on that, the next thing I want to look at is the expected move. We can see it's plus or minus $22.90. So let's just say $23 for ease. And what I want to do here is go ahead and sell puts to give the buyers the right to assign me the shares if the stock price were to drop below that strike by the expiration date. And so in layman's terms, you're just agreeing to buy the shares of that stock at the price that you selected. And so we'll take this expected move of 23 bucks and we'll subtract it from the $109 price tag that it is right now. And that gets us down to $86. Now, because the implied volatility is so high, you could even be more conservative. Now, at the $86 mark, it's already at a delta of 0.15. So that's already decently conservative as is. But we could probably go a little further. Let's scroll down to, let's say, the $80 strike, which is at a 0.11 delta. And we can see if we were to just sell this $80 put, they will make about $275 right here, right now. And all we would need is for the stock price to stay above 80. If that happens, we make our money, we go about our day. But if the price were to drop below 80, then we are agreeing to buy 100 shares per contract that we have at the strike price that we set. Now, if you have a smaller account and want to follow a similar trade, you can easily just turn this into a credit spread. So we can see here that we would need $7,725 in order to do this exact trade. However, we could easily just turn it into a credit spread by buying to open any put less than 80 bucks. And so let's say we're going to do a $10 wide credit spread. So I'll come over here and I will buy the $70 put and add that to my ticket. All right. And so now we can see here that I will make $129 per contract, which is less. However, it drastically reduced the amount of money that I need to put on the trade. So we went from needing $7,700 to now all we need is $871. All right. So that is a drastic reduction in the amount of money that you need, and also a drastic reduction in what will be your max loss. Now, of course, this is just for informational purposes. We actually in Trader Freedom Community entered into a trade on SOXL today and took advantage of the extreme volatility and the huge red day. And it looks like that will pay off pretty quickly because as of this recording, it looks like SOXL is up 2.4% after hours already. All right, but either way, this week will be a huge week for the market and definitely for semiconductor stocks. But let me know down in the comments below how you are trading this week and what tickers you are interested in. And again, if you would love to trade to freedom with me, come join us in the community. I would absolutely love to have you and help you reach your goals for 2026. But also, if you're like, hey, Rashad, I just want a few setups from you, then come join the Bull Premium newsletter. I release the trades every single Friday morning. And so you still have time to catch this week's publication. And it's quite the steal at only 49 bucks per month. All right. But that is it for this video. I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.